Mann, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to travel all the way back to 1970 and 1993 to listen to Lady Ace by Manfred Mann Chapter 3 and Black Number 1, Little Miss Scarall by Typo Negative. Alright, we'll start with Lady Ace. It comes from Manfred Mann Chapter 3 Volume 2, their second and final album. It's the opening track and tells a tale of a young woman on the run from the police, trying to make her way to London. She is a mysterious and rebellious woman who has landed in some type of trouble. Let's go.
Lady Ace has hit the road. The police are looking, they've been told she's trying to get to London town. And though she's only just a kid, she looks a lot older than she is. You might think that she's been
that a saxophone? Love those soft vocals. So distant. Wow, that was pretty amazing. A lot happened there. So much uniqueness, so much brass. We'll get into that. It is Manfred Mann, so, no surprise really, but proof here that even in the earlier days, he was an amazing musical composer. I loved in the beginning that awesome dark groove happening, kind of a slow, sludgy feel. Definitely a dark song, definitely fit for Halloween. The lead vocals were interesting. They were very compact and very scratchy, of course, done by Mike Hug. Great to hear a new singer. His vocals, added to the dark feel of the song perfectly. And then the brass arrives with that amazing riff. Those melodies, so awesome. Touches of darkness. Again, it all works. There was a cool descending motif. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I just drew it. I don't remember, but that was cool. But plenty of greatness in all that brass. Amazing bass lines as well. It was doing a lot in this song. The whole thing felt dark yet sophisticated at the same time. I'm sure those acoustic instruments, again, the brass and everything else that was used, played a big part in that. Then we speed up. I love how the tempo increases. Everything just ramps up. Now we're super groovy. I'm moving even more. And I was hearing so much of the 60s and all of this music. We're right at the turn of the decade, so that makes sense as well. I did read that Manfred and his band at this point, and maybe before, was very jazzy. I think that was the core element. So, we do get jazzy as soon as that ADHD, I'll call it, saxophone arrives. Just scurrying about super fast on the left. That was incredible, so deliciously chaotic. Everything was so darkly frantic. It felt like the band Chicago, after taking some no-no type of substance, it was all over the place. Chicago on steroids, maybe we'll call it. Just incredible. I was racing with them for at least 2 minutes. I didn't time it, but it was a lengthy section. Wow, so impactful. And thinking about the story, that whole extended frantic section maybe is representing the chase, the actual chase, or at least her quick escape that she's going on after committing her crimes, whatever they are. Wow, dear Lady Ace, you tried hard. And then a great surprise at the end, a soft trumpet solo, quite different than everything else, especially the section before it. That trumpet really felt like it was speaking, saying something, maybe giving the end of the story, the moral of the story, the outcome. So interesting how musical instruments, when played right, masterfully can mimic, actual human speaking, human delivery. Then we keep winding down, drifting off with that trumpet solo. Wow, I wonder, how does the story end for Lady Ace? What a cool ride. Obviously, Manfred Mann does not disappoint in 1970 either. This one's getting the Epic Platinum Record Award, yes, for Lady Ace by Manfred Mann, Chapter 3, 1970. And thank you so much, Manfred Mann, Mike Hugg, Steve York, Bernie Living, Brian John Hugg, and Craig Collinge. All right, on to Black Number 1, Little Miss Scare-All. Comes from Bloody Kisses, their third studio album. It was a single and was written by Peter Steele while driving a garbage truck. The lyrics sarcastically detail one of his past relationships with a woman involved with the goth subculture, and throws in many tongue-in-cheek references to Halloween, Nosferatu, Lily Munster, and musical nods to the Addams Family theme and the Munsters theme. Very interesting. Will be great to hear those sections. It's arguably their signature song. Let's go. Oh, wow. Awesome bass tone.
I went looking for trouble. And boy, I found her. She's in love with herself. She likes the dark. And on her milk white neck, the devil's mark. Now it's All Hallows Eve. The moon is full. But will she trick or treat? I'll bet she will. She will. Forever. cigarettes and erotic funeral for which she's dressed. Her perfume smells like burning leaves. Every day is Halloween.
Yeah, you wanna go out, go spread it the way. You can't go out, go to the show and I don't mind. Who die your mind?
Love that part.
She doesn't
Loving you was like loving the dead. Loving you, loving you, loving you was like loving the dead.
loving you was like loving the dead. Loving you was like loving the dead. Loving you was like loving the dead. Was like loving the dead. Was like loving the dead. Was like loving the dead.
Aw, wanted more.
Loving you, loving you, loving you was like loving the dead. It was like fucking the dead.
Loving you was like loving the dead. Loving you was like loving the dead. Loving you was like loving the dead. Was like loving the dead. Loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you was like loving
that an owl? And that's how you do 11 minutes of pure dark epicness with so much crammed in there. Wow, loved it, of course. Wow, what a dark and epic goth metal masterpiece. Makes sense. This is one of their best, one of their signature songs, and one of the best Halloween songs I've ever heard. So naturally we start off with these slow, creepy, yet sultry vibes. Yes, yes. Very evocative sound effects, of course. Peter's voice, wow, so stylized, especially in those deeper parts. I can't even go that low, probably. He sounds like no one else, and I love that. Felt like Dracula himself was singing in certain parts, speaking. Just love it. Then the bold electric guitar arrives. I love the guitar tones in pretty much all the song, paired with his bigger vocals up into the sky. Plenty of scream, plenty of metal scratch. Yes, yes, once again. I was definitely getting hints of 80s rock and metal thrown in there, especially that hey, 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 whatever he was saying, singing. Love that, of course. Plenty of crazy lyrics, of course, as expected, especially with a song like this, a band like this. I zoned in on a few of the quite memorable lyrics, but I can't wait to read them all. So many different distinct moments here besides those big metal moments, like that soft harpsichord moment. I'm pretty sure that's what it sounded like, and that just took me back hundreds of years naturally due to that beautiful instrument. That was amazing. Then later we get that lullaby section. Oh, I wish it would have lasted longer. There was a heartbeat, a chilling music box, Peter breathing, and then this haunting organ to top it off. Definitely a top song moment, one of my favorite parts. Then another amazing section, kind of that falling, rising, up, down guitar section, sustained, reverbed, haunting, creating this haunting atmosphere. That was all superb as well. Got to mention those killer drums throughout the whole song by Sal Abruscato. Amazing stuff. I really appreciated it. It sounded beautiful. And just like the other songs that I've heard from them, there's this intensity, but there's different kinds of intensity, depending on which section we're talking about. And I love that. That's what makes it so dark, so impactful. I think I did catch pretty much all the references, and I definitely heard the Addams Family and Munsters themes. I loved that they were done very subtly. It could have gotten cheesy had they used like full melodies, but just a few notes of each blended perfectly with their music. It totally worked. Lots more great traditional metal for me to rock out to, enjoy. But then they gave me a perfect ending. Those ghostly howls arrived to complete the journey. We calm down. We get soft but creepy again. There was these monstrous sound effects, maybe some wind to create this pure dark mood to the last bloody drop. Yeah, so for all those reasons I just stated and more, I can totally see why this is such a legendary and loved Halloween song. And it's for all those reasons that this one has just crossed the line rating-wise. It's getting the Triple Epic Platinum Record Award, absolutely, for Black Number 1, Little Miss Scarol by Typo Negative, 1993. And thank you so much, as always, Peter Steele, Kenny Hickey, Josh Silver, Sal Abruscato, and anyone else involved. All right. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about these two amazing songs, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.